National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got two teams who were AFC rivals for almost 25 years. Who knows what we're in store for here on Thursday night?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. Good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. You know, partner, fantasy football doesn't take into account the guys close to the football, the guys at the line of scrimmage. This is one where our eyes are going to be focused on that battle in the trenches all day long.
Mike, it doesn't matter if it's Pee-wee football, middle school football, or NFL football. You can only do offensively what your offensive line allows you to do. And I think that's exactly the case for both of these teams here today. They are going to win or lose based on the ability of gaining an advantage in the offense and defensive line. So I think we're going to see downhill run game. I think we're going to see play action pass. And the team that's able to impose their will up front along the trenches, I think that's going to be the team that finds himself at the end of this one coming out with the win.
And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The tight end Fant in motion. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
A second down throw for Smith. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. Not able to stay in. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be a loss of a couple of yards on that one. Third and long. From the shotgun, Smith. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Geno's been around, knows how to slide and get out of harm's way after picking up the first down. That one good for 15 and a first down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
On first and 10, here comes Walker. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. It is Max Crosby there to wrap him up. They go 5 receivers for third down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He'll try to run for it. A big play for Seattle. 36 yards.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Gino to throw. There he goes again, and he's into the end zone. Gino Smith, touchdown Seahawks. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good, and the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Here comes Amir Abdullah on the return. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, drafted back in 2019 out of Washington State. It's Gardner Minshew.
As hard as it may be, Mike, to resist, I don't think they need to come out and think we have to match them big play for big play after just giving up that early score. Stick to your plan. Pick up the first down and allow this game to start unfolding and settle into a rhythm. Execute your game plan. Don't try to match what your opponents do.
First carry of the game for Alexander Madison. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back is Minshew. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. Gonna get that complete. Jacoby Myers. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
He'll go right back to Myers. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything's short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. they're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
And this throw batted away and incomplete. Devin Witherspoon with the tight coverage as he knocks it away.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
Now a 3rd and 2. He'll try and throw with Minshew. He's got a man. That's Myers. And the Raiders are looking at a 1st and goal as he's taken down at the 2-yard line.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door.
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Alexander Madison, touchdown Las Vegas.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Carlson's kick is good, and the Raiders come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Divine Diablo there to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Gino. This one complete to Bobo. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. So, one touchdown apiece for our two teams. 7-7 on the board here at the break, as we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. A touchdown apiece. 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. On the return is Dylan Laube. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Low-scoring game, all time, third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. In motion is Myers. On play action, here's Minshew. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On 2nd down, here comes Madison. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Third down and 9. Play action now with Minshew. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole. It's a punt for the Raiders. Back deep is Jalen Darden. And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
On 2nd down, Smith. Smith and Jigba left side. He's got it. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Smith. Got a man, it's Lockett. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They go play action with Smith. He's going to look deep here, looking for Lockett. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jack Jones. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, and here's Madison. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. Second and 7. From the gun, here's Minshew. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
In motion is Myers. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. Now he takes off, and he is going to have the Raiders first down. They convert on 3rd and 3 with a gain of 7 yards.
That's such a deflating feeling for a defense here on 3rd and short. They've got great coverage, but they don't account for the quarterback picking it up with his legs. It's exactly what he's able to do here on the scramble. Fresh set of downs.
They'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go here with Madison. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. Two minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment. The 12's making noise in Seattle before 3rd down. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the first down.
That's caught by Abdullah. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's out of bounds with the first down, so they get a new set of downs, and just as importantly, stop the clock.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Devin Witherspoon with a tight coverage as he knocks it away.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion.
Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute left in this one. crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. So big kick coming now for Daniel Carlson. This a potential game winner. This kick is good. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Here's Gino. Off he goes. Timeout Seahawks. That's the 2nd. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. To throw, here's Smith. He'll take off again. That's another quick first down, and that's a 25-yard gain. Now Seattle will use the final timeout, and they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Back is Smith. Connecting with the tight end. That's Fant. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here we go. One final play. And time's up in the pocket. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. So this one, a win for the visiting Raiders. They took this one down to the wire. The late field goal does the trick. They walk away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Seattle.